In this video, we are going to discuss the Bitcoin monthly MACD and how will that determine the next Bitcoin bull market. Well, stay tuned to know more. Do you want to learn the strategy that I use for my day-to-day trading? Then make sure to check out our Gaps Crypto 101 playlist. You can start learning how to trade in the cryptocurrency market all for free, and the link is available in the description down below. And if you want to start opening an account with any crypto trading platform, make sure to trade this guys with Femex and Bybit, as they have one of the lowest fees possible in the cryptocurrency market. And if you use our affiliate links, you can get up to 20,000 US dollars of bonuses when you are going to deposit with those trading platforms, and the links are available in the description down below. So now let's dive into this video. So hi guys, and welcome back to another Gabs cryptocurrency video where we trade by data, not by hype. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out videos like this. So today we want to discuss to you this Bitcoin MACD monthly time frame, and it's been a while since gusto ko nga pag-usapan to and di ko lang siya masingitan ng time. But finally, i-discuss ko na siya ngayon, which is a crucial indicator na we have to follow because this indicator is going to tell us the next bull market. Now, there are certain things na which I wanted to show you guys dito sa data na to, kasi while it will determine the bull market or the start of a bull market, it doesn't determine how long this bear market is going to last, because I'm going to show you this data which will tell you the exact thing which you have to take note during this long consolidation phase or this long disbelief phase and capitulation phase. So with that being said, I want to first guys show you guys this monthly time frame MACD, and this monthly time frame MACD is actually a good indicator in determining the start of a bull market. Now, this is also a good sign in determining the bear market then, because there are times na where this does determine the start of a bear market. But in this video, I want to show you guys how the data is currently telling us within the past few market cycles. And ang magandang example talaga dito is the previous market cycles na which we have been following dito kay Bitcoin price action. And ang pinakang crucial talaga dyan is whenever Bitcoin is starting the long-term bull market. Meaning to say, yung tumatagal na 1 year, 2 years na bull market, or minsan 3 years, just like what we've seen sa latest na market cycle, you will find na every start of a bull market comes a MACD bullish cross. So as you can see, dito sa first market cycle ng Bitcoin, the first market cycle dito has formed a bullish cross in the MACD time frame. So, ayun no, sa unang market cycle that formed a bullish cross. That's why we saw a bull market dito kay Bitcoin dun sa pinakaunang bull market. Then after that, the next bull market actually came from this next bullish cross dito sa MACD in the monthly time frame. So, you know, nagkaroon siya ng long-term pump dito kay Bitcoin after forming that bullish cross. Then the next thing na we saw was actually this next market cycle, which supposedly should be a continuation of ito. Kasi as you can see, nagkaroon to ng somewhat na one-off, which is this COVID crash, which should be a continuation na dapat to ng bull market. But as you can see, dito, this area actually formed a bullish cross dito kay Bitcoin, which actually told us na we are entering into a long-term bull market. However, it was very unfortunate that yung nga nagkaroon ng COVID crash. But as you can see, even that COVID crash, Bitcoin did not went below the previous low nung previous na bear market. Dun sa previous bear market, the previous low was 3,100. But as you can see, even the COVID crash, Bitcoin only went up until siguro 39,000 US dollars. And yung sa previous one was 3,000. So it was roughly almost 1,000 dollars din yung difference niya from that. But take note, this was the time when it was playing around $3,000. So if you're going to scale it now, $1,000 is a bit small, but compared sa dati, $1,000 is very big. It's a very big jump from 3,000 to 3,900. But yeah, after that, as you can see, that has actually panned out the bullish cross ka nung Bitcoin MACD in the monthly time frame. And then this latest bull market nga dito ni Bitcoin, it was actually determined by this bullish cross nga ni Bitcoin. But as you can see, right now, where are we currently dito with the Bitcoin price action? We are now about to hit one of the lowest point na nga dito sa MACD. But the question right now is, once na makita tayo dito ng cross, is this going to tell us na we are now going to a long-term bull market? Well, if you're going to look back at the certain data, as you can see, the MACD can actually last here below the 20 threshold for a long time. In fact, if you're going to look back in time, in 2014, it took almost 2 years. It took almost 2 years before we see that pump ni Bitcoin. Same goes nung sumunod ng market cycle. It almost took 2 years, actually 1.5 year before entering that massive long-term pump. And then dito din, yung sumunod ng market cycle, 1.5 year din. So, it's telling us na it doesn't mean na magkaroon na siya kagad ng bullish cross. It doesn't mean na aakit na siya kagad. We have to wait for a momentum before confirming a long-term Bitcoin bull market. So, with that being said, how are we going to trade this Bitcoin MACD? Kasi of course, we want to leverage this Bitcoin MACD and we want to use this in the long term. So, the best way for us to use this MACD is not by waiting for the bullish cross. It's actually waiting for that confirmation. And that confirmation is whenever Bitcoin is already starting to trend above the 20 threshold dito sa MACD. So as you can see, this line, ito pakita lang natin. This line na meron dito sa MACD, which is a default indicator dito. It's a default setting, so you can put this as well in your charts, yung MACD. But as you can see, once na mag-start tayo dito, mag-hit or mag-trend above the 20 threshold sa MACD, if you're going to look at the charts, that is the start of the Bitcoin long-term bull market. So as you can see dito sa trend na to, after this trend line na umakit dito sa 20 threshold sa MACD, as you can see, Bitcoin went into that long-term bull market. Similar din dito sa sumunod na pattern, as you can see, after the 20 threshold, that was the start of the next bull market. Same goes din dito, after the start of the 20 threshold, that was the start of the Bitcoin bull market. So, what is this data telling us right now? So, as you can see, this data is telling us na on top of the Bitcoin bullish cross, we also need to see a Bitcoin trend above the 20 threshold nitong Bitcoin monthly MACD time frame. So, in order for us to confirm na we are going to enter into a long-term bull market, we have to see that trend line above the Bitcoin MACD monthly time frame in the 20 threshold. So, it's very crucial na we have to see that. And as you can see right now, it's still very far from that. So, I know na you guys have been seeing a lot na ang dami ng news na nagsabi na the next Bitcoin bull market is right around the corner or malapit na yan, bili lang kayo ng bili. It's not the case. The actual case is this here, it's definitely going to be a buying time, but you should set your mind straight lang dito. It's not going to be a Bitcoin bull market. Let's be straight with that. Let's be real with that. It's not going to be a Bitcoin long-term bull market. It's going to be a Bitcoin buying time. And when we say Bitcoin bull market, we have to wait for these crucial indicators to play out before confirming that we are now going to enter into a long-term bull market. Because there are a lot of people telling us that there are a lot of hype boys or hype kids na nagsasabi na akit ado yung crypto, but the data is telling us otherwise. So, that's why I've been telling you guys na you should always trade by the data and not by the hype. Because of course, if nag-trade kayo by hype, ano yun, it's not gonna be backed by any data yung mga trades nyo. Mas maganda na yung naka-base kayo sa historical data kasi the data can actually guide us on where it is heading to. You could say that history cannot repeat itself, but history can actually guide us on where Bitcoin is going to, especially now we have this historical data And as you can see, the historical data has been pretty much very consistent within the past 16 years ni Bitcoin. We are going to follow the data. Now, on top of that, you should not use the MACD indicator alone. It's very crucial then na on top of using the MACD, you should also have other supporting indicators. Because if let's say MACD is telling us na nagkaroon na ng bullish cross, but as you can see dito sa RSI, you have to watch out din sa RSI if there are any signs. So, as you can see, noong 2022 to 2023, we formed a Bitcoin bullish divergence wherein we saw that Bitcoin bull market. As you can see dito sa MACD, we also need to use the MACD together in conjunction with the RSI. Kasi if hindi natin siya gagamitin na sabay-sabay, then that can lead into a fake out. So as you can see, dito we have used sa previous market cycle, ginamit natin yung MACD bullish cross. We also used the MACD 20 threshold. We also used the RSI bullish divergence in order to confirm that long-term bull market. In short, you should not use MACD as an indicator alone, but you should use it as a confirming indicator with multiple indicators na you are going to follow for the long-term Bitcoin price action. So with that being said, I will end this MACD discussion with the words na sinasabi na the winners of the bull market are the ones who are patient. I highly suggest na you be patient with this very long time na consolidation at buying time kasi of course it will take a lot of time. It will take roughly 1 year or 2 years, and the moment na dumating na yung araw na nagkaroon na ng bullish cross, the moment na dumating yung araw na above the 20 threshold and may mga other confirming indicators sa ibang indicators, then that is going to be a very wonderful time for you kasi of course you are definitely going to be in massive profits once na mag-start na yun. So as much as possible, you have to be very patient dito, and it doesn't matter kung gaano katagal siya tumagal dito. Right now, it is telling us na it is a buying time. Yes, Bitcoin can still go lower, but right now we are at a very good buying opportunity for the long term dito with the Bitcoin price action. And ayun, siguro let's give you guys a quick update within the very short term kasi of course, in the very short term, we analyze nga dun sa previous market cycle, dun sa previous movement ni Bitcoin and ano ba nangyari dun sa latest trade natin kay Bitcoin. So, let's open the Bitcoin USDT charts natin sa Bybit, and I think we're using the perpetual contracts chart dito. Yes. So, let's try to zoom in dito and let's give you a quick recap of our previous analysis. So, sa previous analysis, 'di ba, ang monitor natin dito was actually this falling channel dito kay Bitcoin. And then 'di ba, sabi ko nga I opened a long position. And then yung long position ko dito, I opened it dito and targeting 70k. But sinabi ko rin sa Messenger channel and sa Telegram channel, sorry, hindi Telegram channel, sa Instagram channel na nag-open ako dito ng long position, and tinarget ko nga dito is the 69k, the 70k as well as the 70,500. And ang stop loss ko actually was around the 66.5, and unfortunately Bitcoin went down to 66.4, and sobrang minalas lang talaga dun na nakit pa siya. Actually hindi ko na siya na monitor kasi tulog na ako dito. If I would have known na na tumuloy pa siya dito, I would have adjusted my stop loss dito siguro around the 66.3 kasi as you can see, the 66.4 is actually the previous resistance area. As you can see, it's a moving resistance line dito. So as much as possible along the way, if po bumaba si Bitcoin dito, we have to also adjust our stop loss. And kanya hindi ko na siya na monitor kasi nakatulog na ako niyan. And as you can see, it happened around siguro 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. I was asleep nung time na yan. But as you can see, Bitcoin is right now having this continuation dito ng movement. So despite na yung trade ko being closed, I will still give you guys the analysis na on what is next for the Bitcoin price action. So if you're going to look at the chart dito, Bitcoin has actually started forming this next support area dito. And this next support area is actually playing around this. And this resistance area naman na nag-form, siguro i-plot natin siya dito para mas clear. And tingnan natin yung resistance area na yan. Siguro mas clear pag dito. Ito. Yung chart na yan. So as you can see, we are starting to form a rising wedge for the very short term. So it looks like na even if we have seen Bitcoin broke out dito sa falling channel, we have to watch out this rising wedge na nag-form ngayon dito. So traditionally, this rising wedge is a bearish pattern to the downside. So that is how usually rising wedge usually play out. But right now, since we are coming from a falling channel breakout, bullish breakout, we have to take note two things dito. So the first thing is, of course, the bearish scenario nito. If let's say hindi natin na-hold itong trend line na to. So if hindi na-hold itong trend line, then it's more likely telling us that we are going to go down back to the 66,800, and then after that pabalik to 65,700 or 65,900. But this is the bullish scenario. Now we also have to take note kasi of course this is coming from a bullish breakout. We have to plot a line dito. We have to get the height of this rising wedge, then put this at the possible point of breakout. And then as you can see, if we see a breakout dito kay Bitcoin, a bullish breakout, then this could tell us na we could go to the 70,500 US dollars. Right now, wala ako naka-open na trade, but if you are currently in a trade ngayon with the Bitcoin price action, here is what I'm going to do if I'm still in that trade. So, if naka-open pa din yung long position ko ngayon, with that assumption, if let's say nag-start tayo magkaroon ng breakout dito below, dito, sa support line na yan, if nagkaroon ng candle close dito below, then I will immediately close my long position na by then if meron akong long position ngayon. But nga, if magkaroon siya ng candle close dito, automatic close yung long position, then I will open a short position targeting yung 66,900 US dollars. But ayun guys, dito, if naka-open pa din yung long position ko tapos nag-continue pa din to, I will still continue this movement, but if magkaroon siya ng candle close dito above, then of course, we are going to target 70,500. And then right now, paano naman yung mga walang trade ngayon such as me na na-close ngayon trade ko? Ito yung magiging next trade ko dito ngayon guys. So, right now, I am going to monitor this rising wedge. If magkaroon ng candle close dito above, then I will be opening a brand new long position dito, targeting 70,500. But ayun nga, if magkaroon ng candle close dito, yung bagong position ko will be a short position for the very short term, targeting 66,900, but I will set a take profit area siguro around the 66,800 US dollars. So right now, that is what I'm going to do with the Bitcoin price action, and yun yung magiging trades ko for the upcoming days. But anyway, yun lang muna update natin for the time being. If you find this video useful and informative, please give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye for now.